$0 fraud liability guarantee. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. Limitations apply.
Hey, Scott. What brings you into the pharmacy?
I'm thinking about getting one of the updated COVID-19 vaccines.
Great. Do you know which type of vaccine you'd like?
There's more than one.
Yep, there are different types of vaccines available. You can learn more about them at WeDoVaccines.com. If you have questions or want to make an appointment, give me a call.
What was that website again?
WeDoVaccines.com.
Thanks. I'll check it out.
This message was brought to you by Novavax.
Make your bridal dreams come true at Barron. Choose from designer lines. Barron's own custom collection. The largest selection of natural diamonds and now even lab-grown diamonds. Shop online at barronsjewelers.com. Barron's, a legacy of elegance. Stream the Bay Area's news station whenever and wherever. Download the Odyssey app. That's AUDACY and favorite KCBS. Stream KCBS for news, traffic, weather, business, and more. That's AUDACY and favorite KCBS. We have traffic and weather together on KCBS, sponsored by Barron's Jewelers, and Joe has taken us to Rio Vista for some traffic troubles.
Yeah, we just heard from Mike at the KCBS phone force, dialing 415-391 KCBS. He's traveling southbound on 160 out of Rio Vista. He sees all that slow traffic, but we don't have anything reported blocking traffic on northbound 160, but quite a backup, about an 8-mile backup on northbound 160 heading towards Highway 12 in Rio Vista. Still finding delays in Fairfield along East 80 starting just before Highway 12 East. That is your Rio Vista Highway 12. Delays will continue to just past North Texas. More eastbound delays out of Vacaville from 505 pretty much into Dixon. Traffic starts to pick up just a bit once you get past West A Street, and we do see some West 80 delays as well between Davis and Dixon. 37, a little bit of slow traffic both directions near 121. The Bay Bridge still very light coming into San Francisco, but you're going to find delays heading towards the lower deck, eastbound 80 from about 101 onto the lower deck of the Bay Bridge, and East 80 traffic is slow out of Emeryville heading towards Ashby in Berkeley. Your next update, 2:58 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Actually saw a sliver of blue sky coming into San Francisco today with some filtered sunshine. That's all going away right now. Expect rain and wind for tomorrow. Highs will mostly be in the upper 50s. The rain will turn to lingering showers on Thursday morning. We do get a break Thursday afternoon and on Friday for the most part, but late Friday, there is another system that's going to bring some rain to the Bay Area, and that will turn to scattered showers on Saturday. Dry, though, for your New Year's Eve on Sunday and the first day of 2024. Looking sunny with highs mainly in the upper 50s. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. We are lucky to have Karishma Bhattadia and Corey Smith at the KCBS editor's desk. Sometimes it's hard to remember to be thankful around the holidays, but a new podcast shows how adversity can become an inspiration, and it's done by a voice well known to longtime KCBS listeners. We get the story from KCBS reporter Holly Kwan.
It's been nearly 2 years since a medical mishap put longtime reporter Mike Sugarman in a wheelchair, which, as he puts it, threw his life into a cement mixer.
If you're not in a wheelchair, you don't really understand how hard it is to get pants on. I gotta do it in bed, and I gotta go from side to side.
He and his wife, longtime KCBS anchor Janice Wright, moved to New York to be closer to family.
Getting around in a wheelchair in New York City? Forget about it.
This is not good. This is an old, bumpy, crappy sidewalk.
Now, after navigating the medical and subway systems, they're launching a podcast that offers a fresh look at the disabled, their stories and challenges.
The following program is brought to you by nobody. We haven't got a sponsor yet.
Well, it is our first show. It's called I'm Still Rolling, a play on words when reporters or sound engineers would keep the recording machines going. Mike and Janice, both award-winning storytellers, offer profiles of not inspiration per se, but disabled people just trying to live their best lives. Like performer Ryan Niemiller, the self-dubbed cripple threat of comedy, who was born with shortened arms and only 3 fingers on each hand. Something he likes to point out to inquisitive fans does not impact his intellect. Can you read?
Sounds like, well, not Braille, but...
As he tells Mike and Janice, while he appreciates the questions and positive attention, sometimes it's misplaced, like the nice hecklers.
You're really funny! We love you!
like I'm trying to work right now.
Working is what everyone wants to do. It gives us purpose. And when your work involves looking good, it may not matter you're in a wheelchair. That's what Mike and Janice found talking to disabled mono Gennaro Obregon.
Dressing up, wearing makeup, it definitely it enhances our qualities. I don't think it hides them, it just enhances it.
In a move that melds high tech with a new attention to disabilities, Obregon is featured in an ad for robotic makeup assistance.
Introducing Hapta, the first AI-powered motion stabilizing makeup device.
Mike Sugarman, who's won more awards that can safely be attached to a load-bearing wall, is leaning into this new project with a curiosity only someone still grappling with a life-changing event can bring.
There's a reason I'm in this chair. There's a reason I'm disabled. There's a reason I'm paraplegic. And I think that reason is that I can help other people. I can do stories that will make people think, that will give them some solace, that will give them some expertise. And I couldn't do that if this didn't happen to me.
But it hasn't been easy for him or his wife, who on the cusp of retirement is now a full-time caregiver. We take a look at that part of their life in our next report. Ollie Kwan, KCBS.
Home prices continue to surge higher. We are on the money watch with Jason Brooks.
Home buyers are finally seeing a break on mortgage rates, but in many parts of the country, home prices continue to surge higher. The October S&P Case-Shiller report says U.S. home prices rose 4.8% from a year earlier, which was the strongest year-over-year gain in 2023. Detroit has become the hot market of the moment, with the Motor City seeing home prices rise more than 8%, leading the top 20 markets for the second straight month, followed by San Diego and New York City with gains of just over 7%. The San Francisco Bay Area saw home prices rise a modest 1.6% after a slight decline from September, with many other once hot markets from Texas to the Pacific also seeing growth tame down. Southern California is proving to be an exception to that trend, however. On top of San Diego's strong gain, Los Angeles home prices were up more than 6%. Wall Street kicked off the final week of 2023 with another strong session, looking to extend its weekly winning streak into a 9th week. The Dow gained 159 points, NASDAQ up by 81, and the S&P finished higher by 20. On the Money Watch, Jason Brooks, KCBS.
Oh, what fun it is to ride on AC Transit. This holiday season, leave the driving to us. To help you celebrate safely, all AC Transit bus rides are free on New Year's Eve, from 8 p.m. on December 31st to 5 a.m. on January 1st. Thanks for riding with AC Transit. We look forward to many more rides with you in 2024. Happy holidays from AC Transit.
You may not know it, but the equity in your home can provide you with cash when you need it most. Whether you're looking to consolidate debt or cover a major renovation, a home equity line of credit or cash out refinance from Fremont Bank may be a great choice for you. With increased home values, now may be the right time to give us a call to find out how your home's equity can work for you. Visit fremontbank.com or call 866-992-INFO today. NMLS number 478471, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Good morning, class. A quick head count. Tiffany, here. Zach?
Yup.
Steven? Is he absent again?
For many kids, just getting to school feels like a challenge. Staying through graduation is even harder. That's where Communities in Schools comes in. A powerful community of caring adults, working with vulnerable kids in schools every day, helping them overcome the barriers that stand in the way of learning. Hunger, homelessness, health problems, and even emotional trauma. Communities in Schools. We're inside schools partnering with teachers and counselors, empowering at-risk kids by providing supportive relationships, doing whatever it takes to help them thrive in school and have brighter futures. Communities in Schools. We're in schools to help kids stay in school. See how we help all kids succeed at communitiesinschools.org.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Let's take a moment to appreciate our sweet children, loving grandparents, and eternal soulmates. Now let's use them to save money on wireless. Because with the Straight Talk Silver Plan, you get 4 lines for just $25 a month with unlimited data and no contracts. So add those human pawns, loved ones, and save money. Thanks, kids. They're finally worth it. Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Get 4 lines on Silver Unlimited for $25 per line per month, plus taxes and fees. For data management practices and additional terms, visit straighttalk.com.
We are following some encouraging news at the Altamont Pass, and Joe joins us from the local Honda Divas Traffic Center.
Yeah, we got this crash wrapping up. This is going to be on eastbound 580 right near Grant Line. Everything in the center divide, but we still find delays on East 580 from about South Vasco. We do see some westbound delays as well on 205 out of Tracy connecting onto 580. Traffic starts to loosen up on the westbound side, at least once you get past Grant Line Road. Let's go to Point Richmond. Watch out for some debris, some landscaping bags in the left lane, westbound 580 after Stenmark Drive. Cars are slamming on their brakes to avoid this, so heads up here. And we still find these delays on northbound 160, very heavy traffic, about a 9-mile backup heading towards Highway 12 in Rio Vista, about a 35-minute drive time. If you spot a problem here or anywhere, call the KCBS phone force line, 415-391-KCBS. Your next update, 308 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
If you're in the Bay Area where there is still some sun shining, bottle it up. We're going to take a break for a while and bring in some rain and wind for tomorrow. Highs mostly in the upper 50s. The rain will turn to lingering showers Thursday morning. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. It's Tuesday, December 26, 2023. Coming up on KCBS.
For San Carlo, it's charity season, but it's also scamming season. We'll have tips on how not to be taken while giving.
I'm Jennifer Hodges. An urgent plea from a food bank of the Silicon Valley as the need continues to grow.
And U.S. forces conduct airstrikes against multiple facilities used by Hezbollah and affiliated groups in Iraq. Good afternoon. Patty Rising's off today. I'm Brett Burkhardt.
When you need to know, KCBS AM, KFRC FM, and HD1, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, and Odyssey Station.
3 o'clock. This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com. I'm Matt Piper. Christmas may be in the rear view, but you may be looking in that same rear view right now, seeing a lot of headlights with those heading home or heading out for New Year's.
Many people escape the winter cold for sunny and warm spots to celebrate the season.
We're the place to be in the winter when it's snowing and cold other places.
That's Miami International Airport spokesman Greg Chin, who says they set some records the past few days.
And we averaged from Thursday to Friday and Saturday almost 190,000 passengers.
But the rush isn't over yet.
We expect a busy weekend this coming weekend and next week, even going into Three Kings Day when a lot of people travel from Latin America.
Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
On this day after Christmas, blizzard warnings are in effect in South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Colorado, and Wyoming, with storm warnings remaining in place for much of the Midwest. Adam Rudd is a meteorologist at KELO-TV in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Conditions, especially the farther west and north you go, the more treacherous it is going to become. A lot of locations see multiple inches of snow, including reports over 4 million and 10 to half a foot. Sioux Falls officially a little less than an inch. Chamberlain had 8 inches of snow.
U.S. warplanes hit 3 locations in Iraq connected to a main militia. Linda Kenyon tells us why.
President Biden ordered the airstrikes after 3 U.S. service members were injured in a drone attack in northern Iraq. Military consultant Jeff McCausland was why the president may have responded this way.
This is the first time there's been a report of serious injury to a U.S. service personnel following these kind of attacks, and the first one where it appears one at least has been critically injured.
These attacks against U.S. service members have increased amid Israel's war against Hamas and U.S. support for Israel. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, Washington.
Now some news about us. We have learned our colleague Tom Foti has died. You've heard his voice here on CBS News Radio for decades.
I'm Tom Foti, and the fallout from his huge election...
Tom has been here at the network since 1998, and he worked every shift imaginable and every shift possible. When we needed Tom Foti, he was there, often taking a nap only to log back on and help with the news of the day in between newscasts. Tom started in the news business back in 1969 with stints at the Associated Press, the New York Daily News, and the radio station 1010 Winds, all in that year, a testament to the kind of worker he was. He was just last on the air here at CBS on Thursday.
Checking gasoline prices, they've been inching up a couple of pennies a day. It's now $3.12.
CBS News and news as a whole was in Tom Foti's DNA. Rest in peace.
CBS News.
Make the hiring process work for you. With Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution, you can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
It's 3:03 at the Bay Area's news station, KCBS. The whisper of change in the forecast comes in the form of more clouds this afternoon. Tomorrow, expect rain and wind. Good afternoon. Patty Rising is off today. I'm Brett Burkhart. Here's what's happening. The last week of the year is big for charitable giving and for fraudsters. KCBS's Chris Carlo reports on the best ways to make sure your dollars end up in the right place.
All right, Christmas is done. Time for some new lists.
We have 8 useful tips I'll go through very quickly.
California Attorney General Rob Bonta says this is a busy season for giving.
Tip number 1, check the registration status of the organization to which you're giving.
And make sure it's registered with the DOJ.
Give to organizations you trust.
Check their annual financial reports.
Number 3, don't be pressured by telemarketers.
Just hang up, then circle back on your own terms if you're interested.
Look closely at the name of the organization that is asking you to give.
Yeah, scammers sometimes create fake charities named very alike to real charities.
Tip 6, be wary of peer-to-peer fundraising on social media.
That heartwarming post about helping the homeless may just be a front.
Tip 7, protect your identity. Never give your social security number or other sensitive personal information when you're donating.
Well, yeah.
And finally, tip 8, be careful when making digital donations.
That quick QR code scan or mobile swipe of a square could send money to the bad guys, and if unsure about any charity, check the DOJ website.
Be generous. Be supportive of your neighbors. That's what makes us great.
Chris Carlo, KCBS.
Turning now to a staggering figure in the South Bay. 1 in 6 people in Silicon Valley are turning to the Second Harvest Food Bank for food. KCBS's Jennifer Hodges says that's coming at a time when financial donations are way down.
Financial donations are 20% down at the Second Harvest Food Bank, Silicon Valley.
That has us really concerned because what we're seeing is that the need for food assistance in our community is on the rise.
Leslie Boncho is the CEO of Second Harvest.
Second Harvest is once again serving an average of 500,000 people a month, the same number we served at the height of the pandemic, but without the same level of public and private donations.
The next 5 days are big for the nonprofit. They're asking people and corporations to step up and donate.
For so many people, they just don't realize how significant the need is in the community right now, and that's why we're trying to get the word out.
Nonprofits stretching from Daly City to Gilroy rely on Second Harvest for food donations. Jennifer Hodges, KCBS.
From food to housing, grants from Governor Newsom's Home Key program have helped to fund more than 3,000 units of housing in the Bay Area so far. KCBS's Raquel Maria Dillon explains what $30 million would do to alleviate homelessness in 2 East Bay cities.
Together, the 2 projects in Berkeley and San Pablo will provide homes to more than 100 unhoused residents. Berkeley is getting $14 million to buy a motel on University and convert it into 42 apartments. The building is currently serving as a temporary shelter for unhoused people. In San Pablo, work is already underway to convert an abandoned 1970s office building into a supportive housing complex. Here's Contra Costa County Supervisor John Joya.
We were going to build micro-housing units from the ground up, but the neighboring property, which had this vacant office building, and a cooperative property owner who also happened to be a contractor, offered to build it slightly cheaper per unit.
That involves gutting part of the building to make a center courtyard and bringing the building up to residential codes. The project is scheduled to open in spring with 54 studio apartments that will serve as permanent supportive housing. I'm Raquel Maria Dillon, KCBS.
BART police arrested a 36-year-old man after officers found an assault-style rifle hidden in his pants at the Fruitvale station on Christmas Eve. The operator of a Richmond-bound train notified police of a man bothering other riders on that evening. 2 officers intercepted the train at Fruitvale station where they found the gun on the man. They arrested him on several drug and gun-related charges. Police praised the watchful eye of frontline staff members and quick response by officers to the situation. Still ahead on KCBS.
I'm Megan Goldsby in Sonoma County, where another governing body considers cutting off online public comments because of Zoom bombers.
We're going to Albany this time around, checking on your travels around the Bay Area with Joe in the KCBS Traffic Center.
And we are learning of a new problem on eastbound 80. It is just before the Buchanan exit. It looks like a crash, which may have the 4th lane from the left blocked. The drivers, some of the drivers involved in this crash are starting to get out of the